How to be a better father as an entrepreneur. Did you know that 9 out of 10 entrepreneurs unintentionally neglect their children? Well, today I'm going to give you 3 tips that will instantly make you a better father as an entrepreneur, so stay tuned. Hey, welcome back to my channel. My name is Carlos Reyes, and on this channel, we love to discuss business, life, mindset, spirituality, and any and all trending topics. So with that being said, today I'm gonna let my guard down and be vulnerable with you. I'm gonna share some of my experiences as a father, being an entrepreneur father, and I wanna discuss some of the pain that I've gone through over the past decade. You know, I have an 8-year-old daughter and I have a 2-year-old daughter. Well, you know, my 8-year-old daughter suffered, in my opinion, 3 to 4 years of her life, the first 3 to 4 years of her life, because daddy wasn't always around. Yes, I would come home. Yes, I would sleep at the house. And yes, I was there for all the big stuff, but guess what? I wasn't as connected as I wish I would have been. You know, through a lot of trial and tribulation, a lot of failure, I've learned how to become a better father. I've learned what it takes to be there for my children. That's right, as painful as it is to admit, I was somewhat absent for the first 3 to 4 years of my baby girl's life. I don't want you to make that same mistake. What I want for you is to not only be a 7-figure earner, I don't just want you to be a successful individual, I want you to be a successful father. I want you to be a 7-figure father. So back to the 3 tips that are gonna instantly make you a better father today. We're gonna start with tip number 1, which is time. How do children spell love? T-I-M-E. Your children don't care about you going out there to work your butt off to provide a roof over their head, food in their belly, and clothing on their back. All they care about is the quality time that you're able to spend with them. And believe me, they know, they feel, they're very intuitive creatures. There's a difference between time, like spending time with them, if I'm on the couch and they're on the couch and they're on their phone and I'm on my phone, or I'm watching TV and they're on their phone, versus me actually having no distractions, no phone, no nothing, and just being there for them. I don't care if you're doing that for 1 hour out of your day, 2 hours or 3 hours, believe me, they appreciate it. So with that being said, some of the other things that I've worked on in order for me to spend quality time with my children, I actually take them to the backyard. We have a swing set back there, and I don't bring my phone with me. I have no external distractions. It's just me and them, and daddy's playing with his baby girls. I'm pushing them on their swing. I'm coming down the slide. I mean, we have a good time. And they really understand that that's quality time that their daddy is spending with them. And let's not undermine the power of vacations. Man, I have been able to spend some of the best quality time with my baby girls when I take them to Hawaii, San Diego, Florida. I mean, we just have a great time, and it's literally just them and me, and I love it that way. So let me just give you a little bit of help here. Some of the things that I'm able to do is I'm very intentional with the scheduling of the quality time that I intend to spend with them every single day, okay? I'll give you an example. The wife and I get together, we schedule out our family functions, whether it's karate, dinner, anything, right? Anything and everything. Then I fill in my business responsibilities. There's an old saying, show me your schedule and I'll tell you your priorities. And yes, from experience, I can tell you that that saying is a true statement. So let's go to tip number 2, being present. I can't express how important it is for you to actually be present anytime that you are around your children. So remember earlier when I mentioned about there's a difference between being present and just being there? There's a huge difference. Be honest, how many of you have walked into the house on your phone, you know, your children come up to you and daddy, 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 and they're trying to grab your attention and you're on your phone, you're on either on a business call or you're talking to God knows who. Listen, one of the rules that I have in my household is I will not walk into my house with the phone in my ear. That's something that the wife and I came to an agreement a few years back. So because of that agreement, when my children come to me, as soon as I walk through that garage door and they're daddy, daddy, I receive them. I reciprocate the same love and energy that they're intending to give to me. Your children can feel the love and the authenticity that comes from you when you're reciprocating that love and that energy right back to them. Keep that in mind. One thing that really helps me be present is actively listening to what my children are trying to say to me. You would be surprised the thoughts that go through their mind and the words that come out. They live in a whole different world. And guess what? It makes me feel like a child, and I kind of like it. And here, let me just give you another tip when it comes to being present. If you don't actively listen to your children, you're never going to get to know who they really are. Another thing that I've noticed is when you are actively listening and you are being present and your children feel encouraged, supported, and validated, it really helps with their own personal development. I don't know if I need to say this, but some absolute no-nos as a father, all right, do not discourage your children or put them down in any way. Let's completely stay away from that. With that being said, it brings us to tip number 3, demonstration. Would you believe me if I told you that children learned through demonstration more than they learned in any other way? I'll give you an example. My 2-year-old daughter literally mimics me. I'll give you an example. My 2-year-old has seen me go outside, put my meditation mat on the floor, and meditate there for 10 to 20 minutes. I caught her meditating the other day. My wife actually sent me a picture. Again, she doesn't know anything about meditation. I've never talked to my 2-year-old about meditation, but guess what? She saw daddy meditating, and now my 2-year-old tries to meditate, believe it or not. See, the fact of the matter is, a majority of our children's programming happens between the ages of 5 and 16. During that time, they're quick to observe your actions, the way you behave, your personality traits, the way you treat others, and they listen to everything you have to say. Believe it or not, they even listen when you think that they're not listening. So be aware. Yes, that's right. Our children are creatures of habit. And who do you think they get all their habits from? That's right, you. Now let's talk about how you treat their mother. How you treat their mother, how you demonstrate the love that you have for their mother is more than likely the way that they're going to demonstrate and treat their significant others in the future. There's an old saying that goes, how do you show your children the love that you have for them? Well, by the way you love their mother. That's right. Back into demonstration. Listen, I know children can be a handful. I've spent a full-blown 6 days, 24 hours a day, 2 weeks ago with my children in Atlanta. And man, oh man, do I admire my wife's patience. Our children require our undivided attention. They're constantly yanking on your leg or yanking on your arm. They need you to do something for them. They want to show you something, right? Be patient. Don't blow up. If you feel that you're going to lose your cool for some way, just take a moment to breathe. Remember, they learn through demonstration. The last thing you want to do is blow a lid. Being a father is not an easy thing, and nobody's ever ready for it. There isn't some special training or school that prepares you to have children. But I'll tell you what, take this from a father who had no father. If you just love your children, you're gonna get this thing down. You are gonna do great, and you're gonna be a great dad. So if you feel that this video was informative, insightful, impactful, do me a huge favor. Subscribe if you haven't. Share this with another daddy out there that is an entrepreneur and hasn't found that balance yet, okay? And don't forget to leave a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you. Thank you so much for sticking around today. I'll talk to you soon.